All right, back with another episode. 10 and L. I'm doing this one live rather than the voiceover that I have been doing. I've been playing mostly 5 NL just because I find it more fun. When I play 10 NL, it just hasn't been that interesting. To a min raise here with the sixes, we'll call in small and get obviously the exact flop we were hoping for. Ace, Queen, 10, all hearts. Might be the easiest check fold of all time. And open the ace 7 in the small. Get called straight away. Very difficult for him to have necessarily a strong hand on this board, but I am going to just check. Whoops, excuse me. And with eights, and we'll call on the button. And we do flop a set. I'm going to check this. He bets quite big. I do think we want to raise here. Oh my. Okay, well, we need to hold. I don't know what it is about this stake. I don't know what it is about this stake. I run pitifully at 10 and L. I just don't get it. 5 and L, no problem. 10 and L, every time I play it, it's just the same shit over and over. So we're buying down after 8 hands. Perfect. And this guy's got, he races under the gun, but he has very, very loose stats. So we will 3-bet with the 10s. And probably get it in against a guy playing this loose. Okay. And ace jack gets an under the gun, out of position, we'll just fold. And fold, fold. So 5 and L's been going okay. A6, these guys are quite aggressive, so we'll just let it go, and 4x for fold. Because when you go up to 10 and L, it's just two buy-ins, a 5 and L, pretty obviously lost in one hand. It's not the money, it's just I don't know, it's just something about 10 and L. It's just something about it. But I guess haven't played that much. This guy's kind of loose too. Not a huge number of hands. 4x, we've got ace king. This is kind of iffy. He folds. That's a bit weird. 4xing and then folding. Didn't see that too often. Let's hope I can get loads of good cards and do well on this leaderboard. That might be my best chance of making some money at 10 an hour, is getting high up on that leaderboard. I think you get $100 if you finish top of it. I think I finished top of the 5 and L leaderboard once, and I got $50. I've been on a leaderboard. If you play, I think they give 400 people some money. So it sort of shows you how much money they must be making in rake if they can afford to give that kind of money away to 400 people. But yeah, most days I've often been sort of um, in the top 400. So you get 50 cents or 75 cents or something like that. So far I played pretty snug. Queen Jack off on the button. The obvious open. Just marking people who haven't got full stacks. Same old, same old. 10-9 off, closing the action, out of position. This is probably borderline. Getting better than 4-1, I think it's probably a call. And as flops go, certainly above average. They both check. Do we go for the check raise again? I think usually somebody will bet if they're checked to twice. But then again, they might not. And now we're just going to bet. Just going to bet like half pot. Yeah. You flop the nuts, and both players act like they're allergic to it. Oh Christ! So some slightly weird play I've seen so far that I haven't seen too much of before. 4x, that guy just min 3 bets. So some weird plays. And Jack 10 of clubs. What have we got going on here? And we'll go for a 3-bet. Oh, well, that worked well. And this guy here is as tight as a duck's arse. So probably just have to fold. It's just going to be too strong of a range. If he has a full stack, I would call given the price, but he doesn't, so we'll just get rid of it. And this guy here has only got 32 big blinds. It makes it that. I think we just have to fold. This is sort of a borderline open under the gun. Nothing borderline about this one though. Certainly open the ace king. And we go half on this board. I guess if it's rainbow, we'll just go a third. And we get a limping. This is another thing that I haven't seen too much of. People just open limping. That's a little bit unusual. You don't see that too much these days. So limps and then pots. Okay. Nine of spades. Yeah, I mean, that could be an open under the gun's probably close. I think 9-10 of diamonds is an open. And Jack 10 off, we'll just let it go. 10-2 off, we'll let go. Just seeing a few more people playing weird stack sizes today. Most of the time at these 10 and outs, you don't see too many people like that, but there's a few here today. Raise it up with ace-3 of spades. This guy's kind of aggressive. I wouldn't be shocked to see a lead on this board. And I'm going to bet. I'll go for a larger sizing. Get called. Do I want to blast away here? We can put a lot of pressure on hands like 5-6, or just like any one pair hand is going to find it difficult to continue. That means we're going to get check raise out of our seat. Is this ever the best hand? He calls an overbet on the turn. I'm always reluctant to bluff people when they call overbets. And we could have the best hand. He could have just hearts. He could have a hand like 4-3, 5-3. So is it 5-6 that we're losing to? He's got ace-5 of hearts. Okay. Ace king of diamonds. We had a disappointing flop. I think we're just going to try and check this and get it to a showdown. Threes. Is this an open? Probably not. Tens will be. And ace king. Yeah, just going to check in. Just hope that it's good. 3-bet the tens. And my cautious play of the ace king got me probably what I deserved. But that guy played his ace-5 of hearts pretty passively. That's kind of strange because his stats were pretty aggressive. And yet that, I would assume, would be a hand that, you know, if you call him with ace-5 of hearts and get that flop, I think you can check raise with it most of the time. And fours on the button. Raise it up. Folds. Ace king of diamonds again. Well, we didn't hit the flop with it on the last hand we had it. This guy raises. It's just not many hands we have on these people, so can't really make too much in the way of judgments. He's relatively tight, but it's such a small sample, I can't draw any conclusions. And we're just called here. Is this guy disconnected? Yeah, he is. So he's not pondering. He is disconnected. And we just fold 5 high out of position. And that guy obviously already had it set on fold. Which is fine. I'm never that bothered when you 3-bet with ace king. Frankly, I'm never too worried when you just take it down. It's a6 off. We'll open the button. So maybe a smidge loose. It's a pretty ugly looking hand, but you do get quite a lot of people folding from the blinds. People probably just don't. Maybe I mean I'm almost certainly the same. Don't defend enough from the blinds. I know that's. I think that's a part of my game. But I looked at my poker tracker the other day, and I had a where it says like potential problem or this needs improvement or something like that. And then I watched the video that went with the stat, and my problem was actually the opposite of what I thought it was going to say. I thought it was going to say I was too tight, and in some spots it was like, no, you're too loose. We'll open up with Queen 7 of spades. Ace King suited again. That's the third time we've had it. Fives under the gun. I think we will open. So this is probably the worst pair I think you should open under the gun. Okay, we get 3-bet. So let's see what this guy's stats say. Do we want to 4-bet and get it in? I think with Ace King suited, we do want to 4-bet. He calls quickly. We do get a good flop. I think we just want to go really tiny. I think quarter pots. Yeah, quarter pot is fine. He snaps. Quarter pot again and then just shove river. I don't like that river, but I think we do have to shove here. Like, I don't think he should river. He could have pocket tens. Pocket jack, should that be calling? This is almost getting a bit thin, but I do think we have to shove. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's just something about this state. There's just something about it. I don't get it. Maybe did we make any mistakes there? If I made an error there, I don't know what it was. He's drawing to 2 outs, so we get him to call on the turn when he's getting nowhere near the right price. And then I'm kind of surprised he doesn't just donk jam the river. But there you go. We'll call in position here with 10 8 spades. And flop nothing. No, I shouldn't say flop nothing. We flop a gutshot. Think now we will bet. He's going to have enough like ace 8, ace 7, ace 6 kind of hands that I think can't really do anything. And we'll just check our 3. So that was disappointing with the ace king. I really don't think that I do anything wrong. I mean, I could shove the turn, but it's being results orientated because we got him to put in chips on the turn there, drawing very thin. Should pocket jacks be calling? I don't know. I don't know. Got no real hands on this guy. Ace queen off. We'll go something different. We'll go for a call this time. And we flop nothing, and against a 2/3 pot bet, we'll just fold. Here, I think we'll barrel this card. We can get him to fold like 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and we do have decent equity even when called. Obviously, you don't want to get check raised. Okay. And pocket 4s. The big line will probably come along as well. It's just a min raise. And I got loose stats. Yeah, we'll call. We'll bet small here. I think he's just going to have lots of nothing when he checks back the flop. And I still think we're going to check, hope just to be good. So what hand is he trying to tell me he's got here? He's never going to bet a 6. Would have bet the flop with a 10. Is this just getting hopeful, just calling with stuff like this? But I don't. Maybe he's got river. If he's river the jack, then yeah. I think this just should be a whole lot of crap. He's got a jack. Maybe we don't need to call that. That was the first really, really rubbish play I think I've done in the session. A6 off the 4x. I think I'm just going to let it go. Six, 7 of diamonds. We'll defend with this. Certainly have to call. Can't be folding just to the single bet. He's going to have so much that he's continuation betting with that we can beat. And we pick up additional equity on the turn against a lot of hands. Betting kind of big. The problem here is that this guy's stats are very, very tight. There are so many draws out there that he could be betting with. I'm just not sure this particular guy is ever actually doing it. So I think we will call, but I'm not sure about it at all. And now just gonna give up. Yeah, this is why I should probably just follow what the stats, because there it's just like it's just pointless calling. I mean, we 6, 7, or 8 we'll win, but we're not getting the right price against a guy who's playing that tight. So what I probably could do then is check raise the turn as a bluff. But I think check calling there is probably the worst play of the lot. Okay, we get 3-bet by a guy in second position with queens. I don't think I just want to get queens in against in these positions, so I think I'll just call and take a flop. And not a good flop. Expect he's going to c-bet this for a third with everything. Yep. And we've got a little choice here, but to call, we can obviously counter jacks, tens, ace jack. You know, we don't have to be losing, but we probably are. And we're going to check. And an overbet on the turn. I don't know. I just don't feel like I want to just check call down here. I'm not sure really what wants to overbet here. Does ace king or something like that want to overbet? But I'm just going to let him have it. As of yet, haven't seen too much in the way of bluffing from everybody. King 8 will just fold. I started the hand with 27 big blinds. We've got a suited queen jack. This guy's got kind of, haven't got too many hands on him. Well, we can just fold now. Waffle and waffle on, and just fold. Open 2 opens here. This guy across 173 hands is playing 9-6. So I don't think he's got too many bluffs in. Alright, 3-bet the kings. Yeah, I think we can defend with the 9-7 suit in the big. Flopping a flush draw. Get called, we get a flop. I mean, we do have, we'll go half pot. We got the king of clubs, so if he wants to get it in here, I suppose we have to. Okay. Here, we've got the flush draw, we've got a bad gut shot. I don't even know if we really want to call this. It's getting bad price. I don't know if that's just a stupid fold, but yeah, when things aren't going that well, I tend to get a little bit gun shy. Perhaps a little overly tight. We'll just c-bet this board. Get called. I think that's a card we do want to fire a lot. Put a lot of pressure on weak tens or hands like ace 4, ace 5, although we do beat those pocket 5s, pocket 6s. I think we do kind of have to now blast. Don't think we've got much choice. If he has hands like jack 10 or 10-9 or all the hands like that, they now really can't call. And that works out. Pocket sixes on the button. I might just call, hoping the blinds also come along on the stack sizes they're on. They might, they don't. And we'll just go half pot here with the sixes, just to try and protect them against random overs. We can sometimes get check raised here, and it kind of sucks. But all right, now, do we want to bet here just to protect against his overcards that have called, or do we want to check and then call the river on safe rivers? And of course, he can still have a hand, but I do think he's going to be calling pretty light on the flop. We'll do the latter. Okay. Now we just want to bet. We'll go three quarters. King Jack of clubs out of position. We'll just fold. I think this guy's just going to have nothing most of the time, but we'll just bet this. Yeah. In fact, probably the play was just to bet that on the turn, just to take it down. Ace nine off. This is one of the weakest hands I'll raise. And we'll just go for a small C bet on this board. Okay, open the king nine of clubs. Okay, cool. We flop a flush draw, so we'll just go for a small C bet. He snap calls. So many snap calls. It's very hard to think that he's going to have a strong ace here. We'll check this back. So do we want to bet here? Trying to get him to fold an 8. I think we will go, well, could have gone a bit bigger than that. Ace Jack against that. Is this ever going to be a bluff? And we've checked this twice. He must know we have ace high. Looks kind of value, doesn't it? We'll get rid of it. All right, we'll play for a few more minutes. Usually make these sessions about half an hour. And pocket queens to finish with. Okay, queen 10 off. We'll just fold. So we'll sit out next big blind on both tables. This guy is pretty tight. Usually I would 3-bet here against somebody on that stack size. I'll decide I'll just call. And we'll be check calling on this board against most normal size bets. He goes a third, so definitely going to be just calling. No need to raise. 9 spades. And I think we have to check call again against most bet sizes. Yeah, I mean, he can certainly have stuff like, 2 big cards with 1 diamond in. I think we do have to call here, although this is pretty uncomfortable. And we're looking for a check back here. And we don't get one. And I think it's just a fold. Frustrating, but I don't think we can really do much. His stats are just kind of normal-ish. I just don't see this being a bluff very often. Okay, so obviously a pretty dismal session. Let's take a look at the damage. It was down with a couple of binds or more. Almost exactly two buy-ins, $19.98. Call all in adjusted 577. So we ran pretty badly. What were the two big hands? The two big hands were the pocket eights against the queens, where he hit the straight. And what was the other one? What was the other big hand? Let me have a look. This is going to annoy me. I've got to find it. Uh, what was it? Was it? Oh yeah, that's right. It was the ace king against the jacks, wasn't it? Ace king against the jacks, and the guy rivered the jack. Yeah, I wonder about that river shove. Maybe that was too thin. The eight's obviously no issue with that. They get it in as a big favourite. The ace king, I'm not sure I do much wrong there. It's just he gets a fortune with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. Certainly more than I enjoyed playing it because that was a pretty rough few hundred hands. 10NL just continues not to go very well. Not sure I'm doing a huge amount wrong, but I will persist and also persist playing 5NL. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.